Hi everyone, today as usual we have a lot of interesting news about PlayStation, and by tradition let's not delay and get straight to the most important weekly news. Sony is bringing back the free 14-day PlayStation Plus subscription period. Gamers have noticed that their consoles are receiving notifications from Sony offering a 14-day PlayStation Plus premium free trial. Currently, this feature is being tested in the Western market. This time, Sony has become smarter. To avoid creating multiple accounts for free subscriptions, notifications are sent to selected users. Players who received the trial invitation reported that the notification from Sony arrived 2 months after their subscription ended. Another gamer mentioned receiving the offer after subscribing to PlayStation Plus Essential for a year. Sony proposed exchanging 12 months of Essential for 182 days of Premium. The economic impact of the proposed deal is notable. The 14-day trials for users who do not want to renew their subscription are pretty interesting. The days when you could get by without a paid PlayStation Plus subscription by constantly creating new accounts and extending for 14 days are gone, but we are always happy to see free trials, even in a selective form. Former creative director of Days Gone, John Garvin, revealed that the game could have become a trilogy, but Sony rejected the idea. The development team was already preparing a sequel with completed scripts, a unique world, a map, and concept art, but Sony halted the work due to an unsuccessful launch. Currently, the studio is working on a new project, including service elements, using the experience gained from Days Gone. The game had significant technical issues in the first year, but the developers eventually fixed them. Despite all the shortcomings, the game has a unique atmosphere that many loved about Days Gone. According to the New York Post, New York authorities spent $59,000 on PlayStation games for inmates. They believe this will reduce fights and improve discipline in prisons. I hope they choose suitable games, because competitive ones could lead to more aggression. I always get frustrated when playing multiplayer games. Sony is on the verge of another failure. The closed beta for the upcoming exclusive Concord will be available to all PlayStation Plus subscribers. Initially, it was planned that only those who pre-ordered the game would have access. It seems that there were few pre-orders. If you have a subscription and don't know what to play, you can try Concord from July 12th to July 14th. The open beta for everyone will start on July 18th and end on July 21st. I have severe doubts about the success of this project. The market is oversaturated and the price Sony is asking is too high, considering competitors offer nearly the same for free. Concord demonstrates Sony's issues with releasing games from their internal studios in 2024. Despite initial skepticism and its unusual concept, the PlayStation Portal streaming handheld is breaking sales records, selling better each month. The console's success has led Sony to increase production, even though they initially didn't expect to sell 2 million units. Sony has registered a new patent for a PlayStation controller that can change temperature and send thermal pulses to the player through the L2 and R2 triggers. The purpose and application of this feature in games are unclear. Still, since this is the third patent related to temperature-changing controllers, the new DualSense will likely include such a feature. According to recent statistics, the PlayStation 5 has finally surpassed the PlayStation 4 in sales, especially in the crucial American market, where it sells 10% better than the previous generation. In contrast, according to the same statistics, the Xbox Series is underperforming, selling worse than the Xbox One. The creator of the God of War franchise, David Jaffe, thinks Atreus is a terrible character and believes Kratos' character has been distorted. According to him, Kratos originally embodied rage, But in the new games, he has become a caring father, which contradicts the original concept. Jaffe thinks the idea of Atreus as Kratos' son is good, but the character's potential is lost in God of War, Ragnarok. Jaffe also notes that the game was initially designed as a fun, exciting action game, not a deep, mature narrative. He believes Kratos' transformation does not match the spirit of the original. However, I think the modern audience is unlikely to be interested in the old version of Kratos from the first trilogy. The market has changed and games must evolve. The PlayStation Store continues to surprise with new game prices. In NBA 2K25, the standard edition in the European region costs €80, while the most extensive and most expanded edition costs €150. Yes, it includes versions for both PS4 and PS5, but this does not justify the price. For €150, you can buy a used PlayStation 4 in excellent condition, but here they offer a game for one season for the same amount. News from Microsoft: they introduced a new level of Game Pass and raised subscription prices. The cost of existing plans increased by an average of 15 to 30%. The new plan is to use the Xbox Game Pass standard, replacing Game Pass for the console. Users will get access to hundreds of titles, but no new releases on launch day. I wouldn't be surprised if, after Xbox's price increase, Sony also revisits their PlayStation Plus subscription pricing. A new free-to-play project, Hamster, has been released for PS4 and PS5. Players must create obstacle courses for hamsters, race through mazes, skateboard, and compete with friends online. Customization is paid, which is how the developer makes money. PlayStation Blog has shared the download statistics for the most popular games in June 2024 for PS4 and PS5. The top 3 for PS4 in America and Europe are Firewatch in third place, Red Dead Redemption 2 in second, and Minecraft in first. For PlayStation 5, the top 3 differ. Sea of Thieves holds third place in Europe, while in America and Canada, it's NBA 2K24. The second and first places in the US, Canada, and Europe are occupied by GTA 5 and Elden Ring. Electronic Arts has hit a new low in the world of microtransactions. Starting with Season 22 in Apex Legends, players must pay real money to purchase the Battle Pass. 2 tiers are available: Premium for $10 and Premium Plus for $20. Previously, players could accumulate free coins over 3-4 seasons and buy the Battle Pass with in-game currency. Electronic Arts solved the financial challenge by having players buy the Battle Pass once and renew it with earned coins. It's tempting to say that Electronic Arts is a clever bunch. In the game Black Maze Wukong, which some publishers call the successor to God of War, there will only be one difficulty level that changes as you progress, depending on the player's skills. Frequent failures and the need for trial and error will be an integral part of the gaming experience. One of the key features will be the ability to take on the form of defeated bosses, using their moves, fighting style, and proportions. These transformations have separate stamina and health bars, allowing you to gain a temporary advantage in battle. Last Wednesday, the official selection of PlayStation Plus Extra and higher games for July was announced. A positive reaction was expected, but users were skeptical about the July giveaway, including Remnant 2, Mount and Blade 2, Final Fantasy, and several engaging indie titles. Meanwhile, the re-inclusion of RDR2 elicited delight and gratitude, although the July giveaway for PS5 is not as bad as many complain. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans were pleased with the first gameplay trailer and the exact release date of TMNT. The gameplay will unfold in a 3D format, with events after the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Players must save New York from another threat, each character receiving unique abilities and a skill tree. You can play solo or with a friend on the same screen. The release is scheduled for October 18th on all current platforms. Gran Turismo 7 will delight fans with a new update, adding a new track and 6 cars. The update will be available on July 25th, including a map in the Swiss Alps, and cars like BMW M3, Ferrari 430, Genesis X Grand Racer, Turismo Concept, Lamborghini Gallardo, Subaru Impreza Rally Car, and Roof RTG. Gran Turismo continues to please with regular support, new tracks, and cars. MiHoYo Games, creators of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, shared that their new free title Zenless Zone Zero exceeded 50 million players just 2 days after release. Not all games reach such heights, but MiHoYo knows how to please its target audience. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in and keeping up with the latest in video games. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to stay updated with the freshest and most relevant PlayStation news. See you in the next episode.